Good morning, guys. How's it going? Happy Wednesday. Welcome to the live stream. We are streaming on Facebook and on LinkedIn. I am Deanna Watts Williams, the brand messaging maven, and I am here every single Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern for my brilliant, brilliant women, specifically women of color, who are tired of hiding in the marketplace when it comes to their brilliance, their dopeness, their gifts, their talents. You've been sitting on a lot of great ideas, a lot of great things that you can contribute to your industry, whether it's in your career, in your business. And so we're here every single Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern to talk about personal branding, online positioning, and mindset. Okay. So if you're joining me for the first time, welcome. I would love to hear from you. If you're a newbie, make sure you leave a comment down below with the hashtag newbie and just a little note to say, like, hey, I'm new here. And as always, if you guys have questions, I also want to hear from you. So, welcome to Thoughts of a Maven. And we're going to talk about three powerful shifts that every high achieving professional, whether you work a 9 to 5 or you have a business, needs to make. Okay. And so, if you've ever felt like you're working hard, but not fully seen, if you are brilliant, but somehow still overlooked, you are not alone. We're going to talk about this today. Okay. Again, good morning, guys. Welcome to the live stream. We're talking about three powerful shifts that every high achieving professional needs to make. Okay, especially if you're a high achieving Black woman, corporate climber, entrepreneur, CEO, maybe you have your foot in both worlds, right? The challenge isn't a lack of talent, credentials, or drive, right? The challenge is the visibility, the alignment, and the confidence in owning your brilliance. So, to move from being the best kept secret to the obvious choice, we're going to talk about the three powerful game changing moves that every professional at the top of her game has to make. Okay. Before I forget, guys, enrollment is open if you've been under a rock for Maven Day. Yes, yes, yes. Maven Day is a virtual brand lab that I am specifically curating for ambitious Black women, right? It's happening on Saturday, November 1st. And this is for you if you need to map out where you're going in your professional journey, right? Who is it that you're supposed to serve? How can my brand, Dion, right, open doors? This is a live virtual experience where, yeah, we're on Zoom. It's a very small interactive session, and I'm going to give you all of the guidance around your brand strategy. You'll get real time hot seat coaching and feedback on your strategy, your audience alignment, your elevator pitch, your messaging, and your pillars, right? Lots of hands on exercises. And we're going to map out, how do you begin to prioritize your professional goals? And how do you position your brand in a way that makes you the obvious choice? So you're going to walk away, yes, with your content pillars and a clear elevator pitch, but also with a 90-day brand action roadmap that you will create. Okay. And yes, we'll give you a replay to have access to that so that you can revisit the training at your own pace. So, if you're looking for a clear roadmap for your brand, if you're looking to strengthen your positioning online and offline, and the confidence you need to show up to be the leader that you're meant to be, this is your sign. Okay. This is your time to put strategy behind all that brilliance. Make sure you head on over to workwithdion.com/Maven Day. Okay. Guys, good morning. Welcome to Thoughts of a Maven. We are talking about powerful shifts that every high achieving professional needs to make. Okay. If you're trying to go from who to like, yeah, that's that chick in your business and in your career, you are in the right place. And as always, I want to hear from you with your question or your comment. The first thing you need to do is to own your voice unapologetically. Your voice, sis, is your greatest brand asset. And we are told too often to tone it down, to make ourselves more likable, more palatable, right? Or wait until we're 100% ready before speaking up. Waiting keeps you invisible. Okay, so when I say own your voice, this is what it means. This is what it might look like. Owning your voice might be, taking up space without shrinking back. It might be communicating your value clearly and confidently, right? Believing your perspective isn't just valid, but it's essential. Like you have something so important, so needed to add to your professional space. And so when you unapologetically own your voice, you stop waiting for permission and start shaping the conversations. Okay. You are not reacting to the conversations, you are leading them when you own your brand voice. One piece of one little tidbit that I shared, and I'll share with you guys. I shared this with my husband. I go live pretty frequently. I do reels, right? I record my content and I post it, and that's just a part of my professional routine, right? As an entrepreneur and just showing up online. And my husband, we were sitting at home and he's sitting across from me and he plays one of my videos and I'm like, "Dear God, turn off." And he's looking like, "What?" Like, you go live all the time. You post videos of yourself all the time. And so what I had to remind myself in that moment, my voice is the only voice that I have. Why don't I like it? Right? And so get used to speaking up and also like hearing yourself, right? Seeing yourself on camera, seeing your words written down. Be okay with owning your voice without apology. So for those of us, right, who are the experts, we struggle a lot of times with the very thing that we're talking to our community about. Okay, so own your voice without apology because it's the best asset, brand asset that you could have. Okay, guys, good morning. Welcome to Thoughts of a Maven. We are here every single Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern, and today we're talking about three shifts that every high achieving professional needs to make in order to move from being the best kept secret to the go-to person, okay? And so the first thing is, yes, owning your voice without apology. Number 2 is aligning your strategy, your brand strategy with your goals, right? So you can hustle, right? And I know as a people, especially for my black folks, like we like to hustle. And that's something that we have a work ethic that is unmatched, but you have to be very careful because hustle without alignment can lead to burnout, y'all. You can be visible and have that direction and still leave the noise. Still leave the hustle to the side, right? Visibility without direction is noise. You can be doing all the things, but like, where is it going? In my workshops, I always teach about this brand clarity formula. It's the 5C brand clarity formula. And maybe you've heard me talk about it in some of my last videos. But the first C, the five C's are what you need to fully show up in the marketplace. The first C is clarity. Like, what is the goal? Where are we going? And a lot of times we're just doing the sexy stuff, the fun stuff, and thinking we're getting it out the dirt. And it's like, it's not supporting where you see yourself in the future. Is not supporting the vision that you have for your profession. And so when you have a powerful brand strategy, that helps you connect to who you are and what you offer and where you're going, right? It's not just about posting on LinkedIn or showing up at network events. It's about showing up with intention. I get invitations to speak, to go to events, and guess what? If it doesn't align with my brand, it's a no thank you. It's a thanks, but no thanks. When your strategy aligns with your goals, every conversation, every introduction, every opportunity should move you closer to the business or career that you're called to build. That's how you stop being overlooked and start becoming unforgettable. You're not jumping at every opportunity that comes your way. We have to be okay Hello, with saying no. It's the same as in our personal lives, right? The same applies in your career and in your business. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, guys. Welcome to the live stream. We are talking about three shifts that every high achieving professional, whether you are an entrepreneur or a corporate climber, that you need to make to go from invisible to the go to person in your industry, in your career, in your business. Okay, we are talking about one, owning your voice without apology. Number two, align your strategy with your goals. And number three, because we don't like to do the hard work, right? We like to just show up and do the sexy thing. And this is not a popular kind of approach, right? But yeah, you have to flesh out a strategy, a roadmap to give you the visibility, the opportunities, and the respect. Okay. Talent alone won't open doors. It might seem like it. And for those who it does open doors for, it's very short-lived. Strategy is what gets your talent seen in front of the right people. And when you don't have a roadmap, you are going to risk staying busy without making real progress. We love to be booked and busy, but then you're going to be burned out, and then you're going to look back a year from now, 2 years from now, and you're like, "Oh, I didn't really hit any goals." Right? And when you have a roadmap, that's going to give you clarity on where to show up, how to show up, and what to, again, say yes or no to. A roadmap gives you consistency, it gives you direction for the opportunities you attract, and it's going to give you the confidence to demand respect and compensation that matches your brilliance. This is how you work smarter, not harder, y'all. This is how you work with ease and how you grow without sacrificing your mental, hello, emotional, or physical well being. Okay, guys, good morning. Welcome to the live stream. We are talking about three powerful shifts that every professional needs to make. And if you missed it, you have to go back up to the top because we talked about one, owning your voice without apology, two, aligning your strategy and your goals, and three, the importance of creating and building a roadmap that's going to get you to where you need to be. Okay, but if you have any questions, I want to hear from you guys. Okay, listen. For too long, we've been told to play small, to make ourselves more palatable, right? You don't get to your next level of brilliance by staying silent or misaligned or without a plan. It takes all of the things, okay? You have to speak up. You have to know what feels aligned for you, what makes sense in your gut. And also, you got to put a plan to those dreams, okay? And so, if you are really committed to making these shifts, especially with all the craziness that's happening in this country, right? I have so many people in my inbox and in my comments saying like, "Dion, like, it's really shaky out here." Being intentional with your personal brand is the best way to build a level of like professional stability and even resilience in this crazy social, economic, financial landscape that we're all living in right now, okay? And so what I created is a virtual experience. This is a brand lab that I like to share with you guys. It's called Maven Day. And this is for the ladies who are really committed to making sure that their voice is heard, right? For Black women, especially, this is strategy and survival. If you're going to shape the narrative of your career or your business, you can't shrink back in the corner in a fetal position and just let life happen to you, okay? And so this is why I actually created Maven Day, okay? And so this is the perfect moment for you to show up fully, and your next level requires bold moves, a clear strategy, and a voice that can't be ignored. And so that's why I created Maven Day, because your brilliance isn't meant to sit in the shadows. So let me share a little bit about Maven Day. Okay, this is happening in November. It's November 1st, actually just a few short weeks away. This is a 4-hour virtual brand lab. Okay, this is a very small, intimate space. I'm not going to have 50 people on a call, right? This is where I'm going to help you map out where you're going, who you're supposed to serve, and how to connect your brand in a way that's authentic and that can open doors with the right people. Okay, so if you're really like trying to get clarity around your goals, if you're trying to define your audience, like who am I meant to serve, work on that elevator pitch and put together a strategy that attracts opportunities and open doors, head on over to workwithdion.com/Maven Day because in this 4 hours, this is a very interactive small group experience. I'm going to give you a guided brand strategy template that you can follow. How do you capture those ideas, those action steps? I'm going to help you put all that together, plus the tools and the prompts that you're going to need outside of that one day. Okay. There's going to be real time hot seat coaching. I'm going to give you feedback on your strategy, your audience alignment. You could be talking to the wrong folks, right? What I found when it comes to brand messaging, people either have a great message, but it's to the wrong people, or you're talking to the right people, but the message is landing flat. Okay. I'm going to help you identify who you need to be talking to. What does your elevator put a pitch look like? What is your overall brand messaging and your content pillars? Okay, this is a very intentional space. You'll have space to, practice, right? The exercises. And you're going to walk away with a framework and an action roadmap for 90 days. So you'll know stepping away from this, like, yeah, you're going to come and get the thing, right? Real time, but I'm teaching you how to fish. Okay. And you'll also get 30-day replay access to revisit the training at your own pace. Okay. It is time for you to work on that confidence and to put strategy behind your brilliance. Okay. There are a limited number of spots available. And after, let me check my calendar here because I don't want to misspeak on October 20th, today is this, what is this? Not the 7th, the 8th. October 20th, the rate goes from 397 to 597. And of course, I get this question a lot about, do you take installments and things? Yes, there are Klarna afterpay options, right? Just going over to workwithdion.com and you'll see all the details. And of course, if you have questions, guys, I want to hear from you because again, you have so much talent that you're sitting on. And I want you to win in your career and in your business. But I hope you found these 3 tips helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to DM me, ask below in the comments, or send me a message. Okay. Or you can go on over to workwithdion.com. But I will see you guys next Wednesday at 10 a.m. for Thoughts of a Maven. Okay. Take care.